For object, I want to describing jarik and my father's sarung. That's my favorite item that I always carry everywhere. So you can see, guys. You can see it. This is kain jarik. This is sarung. Jarik is a long batik pattern Japanese cloth with no sewn edge. It holds deep philosophical significance in Japanese culture and is often worn as a kebaya undergarment, baby carrier, baby sleeping mat, and even as a funeral covering. It's generally made of cotton, and batik comes in a variety of distinctive pattern and motifs, varying from region to region. It's a long piece of cloth with unsewn ends, but that's unlike a sarung, ya. And this cloth is my favorite thing. My mother and my father used this cloth to carry me when I was a baby, especially when I was sick and had to be examined by a doctor. This cloth also became a blanket that warmed and protected my body from mosquito bites while I slept. This cloth used to be used often by my mother, so it left her scent, and I liked that. So I consider this cloth to be my mother. Wherever I go, I always carry it as if my mother is always with me and hugging me. Jadi jarik ini salah satu kain yang biasanya buat gendong bayi ya zaman dulu teman-teman. Kalau sekarang kan udah modern, udah banyak yang pakai gendongan yang bagus ya. Dan jarik ini tuh cuma dipakai kalau saya lagi sakit, cuma dipakai buat ngantar saya ke dokter gitu. Jadi memorinya itu bener-bener seperti ibu saya aja. Jadi kalau sakit kan biasanya kita di samping kita ada ibu, ada ayah gitu. Jadi jarik ini buat saya ya ini ibu saya, kemanapun saya pergi saya bawa ini gitu. The second is sarung. So this is the variety of sarung ya. Biasanya sarung yang seperti ini dipakai orang-orang Bali. Biasanya kalau di Bali sarungnya motifnya seperti ini. A sarung is a long rectangular piece of cloth with the ends sewn together to form a sleeve, often worn around the waist. These fabrics come in a variety of motifs and materials, such as cotton, polyester, or silk, and regional patterns throughout Indonesia. Jadi motifnya atau coraknya itu biasanya corak khas Indonesia gitu. They play a vital role in religious ceremonies such as prayers, traditional ceremonies, and everyday wear. The sarung is a rectangular piece of cloth with the ends joined together to form a sleeve. So it's made from a variety of materials including cotton, polyester, silk, or woven fabric. They come in a variety of motifs from checkered patterns and batik to more intricate geometric patterns depending on the region where they are made. And why I choose this sarung too as my favorite item? This sarung is also my favorite item, guys. This sarung reminds me of my father. I always see my father wearing a sarung when he is going to pray at the mosque, when eating, when watching television. Even my father used this sarung as a substitute for a blanket when sleeping. Jadi kalau tidur itu biasanya selimutnya pakai sarung untuk ganti selimut gitu, supaya simple kata bapak saya. I always wondered what it would feel like to sleep wrapped in a sarung. And one day when I was a little, I tried sleeping with a sarung and it turned out to be very warm and comfortable. At that time, I could even sleep soundly without waking up in the middle of the night. Until now, I always carry this sarung wherever I go. This sarung is my father. I feel very comfortable and close to my father through this sarung. Even though I am far from my father, I feel like my father is always with me and hugs me through this sarung. Thank you. And for describing personality, I will describe my family members. The first one is, of course, my beloved mother. She is my mom's. My beloved mom. She is my biologic mother, guys. Her name is Mrs. Ismiati. And this year, my mother turned 45 years old. I'm not very close to her, but I can explain a little about her. My mother is Javanese, and she is hardworking and resilient person. Since she was a teenager, she has traveled to various places for work. I often ask about her life journey when we talk on the phone. My mother is outgoing and smiles a lot. She is sociable and has many friends. My mother loves eating traditional village foods like boiled cassava, tempe goreng, boiled corn, putu, getuk, and other traditional foods. Back when she was still working in the city, my mother called and chatted with me every night. She also always supported whatever I liked and I did. Next is my second beloved. They are my uncle and my aunt, Mr. Sukirno and Mrs. Sunarse. They are my second parents. Yaps, my uncle and my aunt. Since childhood, I lived with them and I grew up with them in the village. I spent most of my childhood with them. They have become my second parents. They are rice farmers and everyday working in the fields. They are also Javanese with tan skin and beautiful round eyes. As you can see in the photo, guys. Bisa dilihat di sini ya. As you can see in the photo I've included above, my father has a mustache and he is so tall and muscular. Jadi tinggi besar ya ayah saya. And then my mother wears a black hijab. Every day she wear hijab. They wear brown batik sweats. Jadi di sini di foto ini mereka pakai setelan batik warna coklat ya. They have many farmer friends in the fields and they is so friendly and warm people. Mereka itu sangat sangat ramah dan orang yang hangat gitu and full of affection. My father loves eating peanuts and boiled corn, and then my mother loves eating rice with salted fish and chili sauce or sambal. Jadi sebagai orang kampung ya, sebagai orang desa itu, ayah saya suka banget makan kacang rebus atau jagung rebus. Kalau ibu saya makanan-makanan tradisional itu suka, tapi kalau untuk makanan kayak nasi, lauk pauk itu biasanya sukanya makan nasi sama ikan asin dicocol pakai sambal gitu. So that is the last one. Thanks for your attention and see you in the next meeting, guys.
The second time, describing things. This is a watch. I like watch. I always wear a watch everywhere because watch are very important for me. Every time I go out for activities and activities such as work, sports, school, there is always something called a watch. At home I have to watch, normally brown and black, because that is my favorite color. Beside a watch, there is a wall clock in my house. Probably in all place there is something called a wall clock. Thank you everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anita. I would like to present an achievement. The first time, describing people. My family. We are a family of three. My husband, my son, and me. Is 37 years old. My husband is 41 years old. And my son is 19 years old. I have a 3 years old granddaughter. I currently work at a private non-formal educational institution. My attention is to take English course because I have a desire to develop and deepen my English so that in the future this knowledge will be more usable and can be developed for my students. I admit that it is not easy to learn English, but perhaps with serious attention and effort, it will produce satisfactory result. And I would like to express my gratitude to the lecturers and tutorial who have guided me and provide their knowledge all the time. Thank you, Mom. This is my son. He is 19 years old. He already has a 3 years old daughter, and he also works at the Akaria Catering Company. This is a photo of my husband with my granddaughter. He is 41 years old, the youngest of 4 children. He loves spicy food. The favorite color is black. His shoe number is 39, and he also loves visiting graves. And my granddaughter is 3 years already. Her dream is to become a doctor. Thank you, everyone.
And then the last one is a beautiful memory of cassava and my dad's shoulder. Then, not long after, my father arrived carrying a woven bag filled with snacks and a bottle of water. It was getting late in the afternoon and it was time to go home because we were so excited. My father carried me on his shoulders, followed by my mother, who walked behind us, keeping an eye on us. I was very happy every time my father carried me like that. Even the evening sky witnessed my beautiful memories with my father in the rice fields. On the way to the main road, I sang and joked around with my father on his shoulders. Those memories are truly precious to me. At that moment, I felt truly happy to have my father and my mother. Even though they were tired, they still joked around to cheer up me. When I return home later, I want to visit that place again, the rice fields, the place where I spent my childhood with precious memories. So, I want to visit that place again, the rice fields, my hometown. Jadi dulu waktu kecil itu, zaman-zamannya musim panen itu kan masih manual ya, belum pakai mesin. Jadi saya suka nyamperin bapak sama ibu saya tuh ke sawah. Kalau waktunya pulang gitu, bapak saya udah bener-bener capek gitu ya. Orang-orang juga pada capek itu sambil jalan pulang, lewatin jalan sawah itu. Saya inget banget bapak itu sering ngegendong saya, tapi saya dinaikin ke pundaknya, jadi di atas kepala gitu. Sambil jalan, kita juga sambil bercanda, sambil nyanyi gitu, supaya sekalian capeknya gitu. Kayak mengeluarkan capeknya itu ya lewat nyanyian itu, lewat bercandaan itu, sampai jalan pulang ke rumah. A relative came up to me and invited me to roast the cassava he had found before I arrived. There was a pile of blackened, dry cassava that had turned into charcoal due to the burning process. It was the first time I had eaten roast cassava directly in the field. It was a unique experience learning how to roast raw, hard cassava until it became something edible. From that experience, I also learned to appreciate nature and how it helps us produce food. I wait for about an hour, sitting and watching the young people running around flying kites. I also wait for my father and my mother to finish their work. Then we tried to take the cassava that we had put into the mound of charcoal earlier. I didn't do anything because my brother did everything. I just ate and was surprised. It tastes very delicious, guys. Jadi singkong yang kita cabut langsung dari tanah gitu, di sawah-sawah gitu ya, itu dibakar di tumpukan arang, tapi arangnya itu arang buatan dari bekas-bekas sisa panenan padi gitu. Kalau di Jawa namanya damen. Nah itu kan udah kering ya teman-teman, ranting-rantingnya padi yang udah digiling, tinggal sisa rantingnya doang. Itu biasanya kalau di tempat saya dulu dibakar, ditumpuk-tumpuk gitu terus dibakar karena udah kering kan. Nah singkongnya ditaruh di tumpukan damen yang udah dibakar itu, jadi kayak jadi arang lah, kayak jadi arang gitu. The second is memorable travel moment. Harvest season with my dad, my mom, and good people. The unique experience of eating roast cassava in the rice fields. That afternoon, my father and all the farmers were grinding rice with a manual machine to harvest the grain. It was the rice harvest season, which meant all the farmers were working hard, but they did their work with enthusiasm and smiles that never fade. Around 3 p.m., I went to the rice field to catch up with my father and my mother. For some reason, at that time, I was very happy to watch the people harvesting in the field. Accompanied by the beautiful sunset sky, I sat on a tarp and brought a plastic cup of sweet iced tea. Jadi waktu itu sekitar jam 3 sore, saya ke sawah nyamperin orang tua saya yang lagi panen ya, sambil bawa es teh plastik itu, tahu kan ya teman-teman. Today I want to share my personal experiences. The first one, my childhood and memorable travel moment. That's about my childhood and unforgettable memories that will always remain in my heart and mind. Sweet memories that I want to cherish and remember, so that one day it can become beautiful stories when I have children. My dad and the rice fields. I spent most of my childhood with my father, enjoying the beautiful sunset sky. I was my father's pride and joy, a sweet little girl with dark brown skin and curly hair, loving in his arms. His warm back and our laughter seemed to echo in all directions. These memories always make me smile and remind me of my dad. With my father, he isn't even my father. He isn't my father, but he is my chosen dad. In the rice fields, we spend our time loving and letting go of all our fatigue with jokes witnessed by the evening sky. Our laughter was also witnessed by the birds flying in the orange sky. The harvest season colored my childhood. Beautiful memories with kind willow farmers, and also the shouts of young men who successfully flew their kites high into the air.